This is one of the most enchanting sights you can see in Kyoto. All around Japan, for about 4 weeks every year, a magical event takes place. Millions of people from around the world flock here to witness the cherry blossoms bloom. This year, we're on a mission to visit and document the best spots around Japan to enjoy this incredible moment. And today, we're visiting two places that, in my opinion, should be at the top of Kyoto's list: the Keage Incline and the Philosopher's Path. We will explore them together and answer the questions you actually care about, like what should you expect when you visit and are they really worth your time? So get comfortable, make sure to give the video a like, and let's get started. Kyoto, once the imperial capital of Japan, is renowned for its serene gardens, traditional wooden houses, and stunning temples. But one detail that most visitors don't know about is that Kyoto is also shaped by water. The city is crisscrossed by 4 main rivers, many historic canals, and old engineering projects that still influence the city today, and connected to Lake Biwa, Japan's largest lake. And that brings us to the Higashiyama district in eastern Kyoto, packed with incredible temples, shrines, and is also a hotspot for the famous Sakura season, which is what the cherry blossom blooms is called over here. And right in the midst of it all, you'll find one of the most famous Sakura spots in the city, Keage Incline.
We're now, descending to what's called a Keage Incline, which used to be, it's back there. It's an old railway station, and we're now going down the Katsukasi corridor. I'll just write it properly on the screen, but we're going down that way, and you can see all the cherry blossoms behind us.
Right next to the Keage metro station is the Okazaki Sakura corridor entrance. One of the main ways to access the Keage Incline, which is an old railway track connecting the Keage boat reservoir upstream to the Nanzen-ji boat reservoir downstream. A set of steps lead down to the tracks, which stretch for about 2,000 feet, and during peak bloom, you'll find about 90 Sumei Yoshino trees stretched all across it. This is the most famous variety of cherry tree, and in my opinion, one of the most beautiful. An interesting side note about them is that they can only be planted through grafting, so all of the Sumei Yoshino trees throughout Japan are essentially identical clones. Therefore, in regions that have the same weather, they all bloom simultaneously, creating the beautiful effect that you see over here. Built in 1891, the Incline Railway was used to transport boats and their cargo up and down the 120 feet height difference between Lake Biwa and the city. The tracks of the incline are preserved just as they were back then, and these days are a popular tourist spot, especially during spring when cherry blossoms bloom on both sides, forming a beautiful arch over the tracks. A great thing about Keage Incline is that it's free to visit, and because it's basically always open, it's one of the easiest Sakura moments to fit into your travel plans. However, as you can see, the place does get pretty busy. If you come during peak hours, expect a slow walk and a lot of people stopping for pictures. But even with the crowd, this is definitely one of those only in Japan moments. And once you've had the busy Instagram Sakura moment, the perfect follow-up is something slower, quieter, and more Kyoto. Our next stop is the Philosopher's Path. The Philosopher's Path, or Tetsugaku no Michi, is a famous stone walkway that follows a shallow canal for about 2 kilometers, stretching through one of Kyoto's most peaceful neighborhoods. Popular for its serene beauty, what makes the path special isn't one single spot, but more the enjoyable walk with the water flowing beside you, blossoms overhead, and all the little side streets leading to temples and quiet corners. And that's the big difference compared to Keage Incline. Keage Incline is a concentrated wow moment. The Philosopher's Path is more of a slow, unfolding experience. A huge plus is that there are many interesting sights and attractions along the way, including a number of temples and shrines, making it easy to combine cherry blossom with temple visits, most notably the Honen-in and the Ginkaku-ji temples. In early April, the trees along the canal explode with colors, transforming the path into one of Kyoto's most beautiful spring walks. Late in the season, you can sometimes find different varieties like this Kansen cherry tree with the fuller, fluffier pink blossoms that can have up to 100 petals per flower, often blooming mid to late April. Strolling down the path can be very peaceful and relaxing. Notably, towards the end of the blooming season, the flowing water is filled with floating petals, creating a beautiful scene. The path, which was first opened in 1890, is named after the famous Japanese philosopher Nishida Kitaro, who is said meditated here daily. So, are they worth it? Well, if you want the most dramatic cherry blossom scene and great Instagram pictures, then Keage Incline delivers. If you want a peaceful, more memorable walk, then Philosopher's Path is the one. It's less about one perfect picture and more about the feeling of just being there. Next week, we'll keep exploring more of the best Sakura spots around Kyoto. So, if you enjoy this type of content, don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you won't miss any of those videos when they come out. And if you want to see Kyoto in a completely different season, recently we released a really cool video reviewing our visit to the stunning Fushimi Inari Taisha Shrine during the fall. You should be able to see that video on your screen now. In any case, I am glad you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.